everyone, my name is Arrow. I go by they, them pronouns, and it's that time of year again. So this is a video where I will be talking about some of the best things and some of the most eventful things that happened in my life in the year of 2018. So starting off the year, I went to the semifinals of the Canadian Improv Showcase with my improv team, Too Much Improv, and I was also able to win an award for encouraging community in my school and for making social change through improv and stuff. Because I helped found and come up with the idea to have an improv team, so got an award for that. And then I guess also just founding community and stuff, so that was awesome. And also in 2018 I continued making videos and started to put more effort into some of my spoken word poetry videos. So I have some things and some videos like The Journey. I have I Am Afraid that I did a little bit more production to, as well as Fluttering Heart. And I have more that I'm excited to make. But those are ones that I did a little bit more video editing to, or just more of a creative aspect to. And so that happened in 2018, and that was super exciting. I was able to do more speaking engagements, and I was able to finish my Understanding Trans Students talk with teachers, and was able to run like 2 workshops around that, as well as go into elementary schools and talk about how to respect LGBT plus students in elementary schools, and give a bit of a talk about gender to teachers there as well. And I was also able to go into specific classrooms and talk about my experiences being trans and non-binary in my school and the community, as well as just in general. And so that was really meaningful to be able to talk about, and it's something that I really wanted to do and hope to continue to do, because I know that stuff like that can just make such a big difference and have such a big impact on people who feel alone or isolated, or it can help teachers treat students in a way that really validates their identity. And being trans is hard, so if I can help with that, I'm so grateful to be able to have done that. Which is also, this year I won the Harmony Movement Award Scholarship as a celebration of that work that I did around understanding trans students. And that was also a really big deal because it's such an honor to be able to be awarded by such an incredible organization that really supports and celebrates some really, really incredible people who are creating really important change all across Canada, and that was really special. Also, in 2018 in May, I may have just had like a small life event. I had top surgery in 2018, which I can't even describe how big and important that was for me. I was struggling with top dysphoria for so long, and I felt it every day for years, and my top dysphoria got really, really, really bad, and I was binding constantly, and I have a fairly sensitive body in regards to like my ribs are really I have back issues already, and so I'd wear my binder for unhealthy amounts of time. It's like I'd bind for 16 hours a day instead of 10 or 8. And I developed back pain. I already had back pain, but I developed further back pain, and it also did change my breathing, and it did affect my chest, and just I'm so glad to not have to bind anymore. Binding also did really help and was also very wonderful and a savior, because my chest dysphoria killed me. And I don't know, I think people have dysphoria and top dysphoria in very varying degrees, and I knew from pretty much when I discovered that I was trans that I had top dysphoria, and I didn't even know non-binary people could have top dysphoria at the time, but like it was intense. And now I don't have to worry about that anymore. And surgery was scary. Surgery was hard, but like it's done. And to be able to like feel my flat chest is just so 2018 that happened, and I just feel like I was like a bird that never had wings, but I was always supposed to have wings, and when I finally did, I could fly, and it felt so natural and so right, but I was also flying, and that's what it feels like for me to have top surgery. And yeah, so it's been a big deal. Also, after having top surgery, I graduated high school, so that was a big deal too. I've always done fairly decently academically, but high school is hard for a lot of other reasons, and I had a good time in high school, but it was also really hard, and it was a big accomplishment to be able to walk across the stage and get my diploma. And it's also like something that, you know, does require, you know, it did require a lot of academic effort and stress, and so much stress, and I made it through that, and that's pretty incredible, and I'm proud of that. And then after graduating high school, I got my first tattoo. So that's something that I've wanted for quite a while, and this tattoo specifically I've wanted for quite a while. It also has a lot of ties in moving into a new stage in my life, and it's just a really important tattoo to me, and it really did mark the next passage of my life. So that is also really significant in the fact that it's going into a new year, because my life has really changed a lot, and changed a lot for the better, and so this is something that I'm really proud of, and it's something that's really significant in my life. Over the summer, I also went to Hillside, which I've talked about before, and I volunteered for the first time in the children's area, which was awesome. And that was really fun, and I got to connect with other people again. After the summer, I went to Veg Fest, which is a huge vegetarian, vegan festival, primarily vegan festival in Toronto, and that was really cool, and I hope to go again next year, because it was my first time going, and it was just like really awesome, and there was just like a lot of like awesome vegan food and free food. There was just a lot of awesome free food, which is fun, and like live music. It was great, so that was fun. And then I went to university. So I'm currently enrolled at University of Toronto, Mississauga. So University of Toronto is, I didn't realize exactly how big of a deal it was until I got there, and then was talking to people from around the world, and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's well known, and I'm like, oh. But yeah, so university's hard, but it's also really fun, and I love being able to study things that I'm interested in, and being able to learn new things and really push myself academically in ways that I really enjoy. And there's some ways that I don't enjoy pushing myself academically because it's still stressful. But it's also just, I've written some things that I'm really proud of, and I've learned some things that are really fascinating, and so I've enjoyed going to university. I dyed my hair for the first time like full, like I dyed the sides for the first time, as well as I tried to dye my hair 3 colors, and it didn't work, so I had my hair purple, which regret a little bit, but it's fine. And I joined a Quidditch team, which was my dream for a long time, so Whomping Willows, heck yeah. Something that I forgot that also happened in 2018 was I officially changed my name on my birth certificate, which is so exciting. So I haven't changed it on any ID yet, and it was a process to get it changed on my birth certificate, which I think I might make a video about. But yeah, and I didn't realize how big of a deal it was to me until I did it. And then it was really freeing, and I am actually really, really excited to change my IDs when I can. Also, as a part of going to university, I moved out, which was, there's things, which was a big deal for a lot of reasons, but it was also just, you know, a new thing in my life and a pretty significant thing in my life. So, you know, I don't live with my parents anymore, and with my mom, and yeah, and it's kind of, you know, I do live with roommates, but it's kind of the next chapter, and it's really a fun adventure and something that's, you have more responsibility but also more freedom and also more control over your life, and it's kind of awesome. It's very, you know, it's a whole new experience, and moving away from people is hard, but it's also, I've met so many new incredible people who I just, you know, really, really care about. So moving into 2019, I hope that politics get better because I've seen a lot of a lot of really terrible things happen in the last couple of years, but I've also seen a lot of people fight back, and I feel like it started a lot of conversations that are really starting to change the world, and I would like to see things continue to, I think the voices that are being addressed continue to speak up, and for change to continue to happen. And so I hope that things change and get better in 2019. And I'm looking forward to another year in this next chapter of my life, and I'm excited to see what it holds. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Have a good night.